Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is not going to be an NBA 2K26 one. It is going to be talking about the NBA as the trade deadline looms in the future. It's just under 2 weeks away now. This is the Athletics Trade Board 2.0. Ja Morant, Michael Porter Jr. joined the list as the deadline looms. So I'm guessing those players weren't on the trade board, a few weeks ago when they made the first one. Yeah, so it's 2 weeks away. Yeah, just talking about stuff. There's only been one trade that has been made, obviously, being the Trae Young one. So we're kind of just waiting for something to happen. I'm just going to look through this, though, and see what they're saying, say what I think. And yeah, first one, Anthony Davis. They're saying his trade value is a high-end prospect, multiple first-round picks. Pistons, Hawks, Raptors, and Celtics are his best options, or his best fits, I guess. Anthony Davis is interesting, obviously. Been very injured. I think people forget he was kind of healthier before he got to the Dallas Mavericks. Like those last 2 seasons with LA, he was playing a lot of games and was playing in the playoffs. But, I mean, it just hasn't looked good ever since he's gotten to Dallas. He's been injured I don't know how many injuries he's gotten, but it feels like at least 10 or something since he's been there. He's just always getting injured. So his trade value, I don't know if it's that high, like multiple first round picks and a high-end prospect, like maybe one of those things and then just the salary, but I don't know if you're going to get a high-end prospect and multiple first round picks for him. And at the same time, there's been reports that like the Raptors and the Hawks aren't as interested anymore. We're like 2 of the big teams, I think, that were going after him, and they're kind of like, have backed off a little bit. So I just don't really see it happening with Anthony Davis getting traded. Like the Mavericks might just hold on to him unless they really sell low, but I just don't see a reason to do that. Like you can come into next season having him, Kyrie, a better Cooper Flag, another pick that could potentially, if you get lucky and jump up again, could be a really good player, and could be a good player anyways. This draft is pretty deep, I think. And yeah, I mean, that could be a good team. And you just hope Anthony Davis's health eventually, gets better. But yeah, I don't really see him getting traded, even though he is the first one on this list. Next one, we got MPJ, who has obviously had an amazing season. When he got traded to the Nets, he was kind of looked at as like a negative prospect. The Nuggets had to attach a pick to him to trade him away. And he had a really high contract for what he was producing. So it was kind of like getting overpaid as well. But then since getting to the Nets, he's gotten most of the shots, been their number one guy, averaging 25.8 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. He's probably the best, maybe, if not the best, at least a top 10, top 5 guy, just getting his shot off no matter what defender is in front of him. He just puts it up and he knocks it down. Just one of the best tough shot makers in the league right now, especially from that 3-point range. And could be a great player. They don't have fits here. They do say his trade value is a high-end prospect and a first-round pick. At least one of those would make sense, which would be good for the Nets if they could get something like if they get both of those in trade for him. That'd be a great come up, because when you traded for him, you had to, I guess you got a first-round pick for trading for him, because that's how bad of a contract he was. But now you can trade him away for positive stuff, and that looks great for Brooklyn there if they can do that. I think the top ones I've seen is for teams that want to get him is the Warriors is an option. That would definitely help them out. They need another guy now with Jimmy Butler being out. Pistons would be a good one as well. Pistons need a guy a creator, a shot maker. He's not really a creator, but he's definitely a shot maker. That could help them out a lot. And then maybe some other teams, obviously the Thunder would need a guy, take a guy like this, but I don't think the Thunder are going to move, because they are obviously, even with their struggles this season, they've struggled as of late a little bit more. They're still a great team, the best team in the league, so they don't really need to move here yet. So yeah, Michael Porter Jr. might get traded. I don't know how confident I am with him getting traded, but it would be a nice fit for a lot of teams. Then we got Ja Morant. His best fits are the Bucks, Clippers, and Magic. This one's interesting. Ja Morant has said he doesn't want to go to, or doesn't want to get traded. He wants to stay in Memphis. which I don't think we really knew before he said that, because it kind of seemed like he was, you know, kind of growing away from the team. Like, he had that confrontation with Vince Williams and stuff like that, but then now played better as of late. Had some big assist games and scoring games. I mean, obviously though, it's not his decision. Like, they might trade him anyways, even if he is saying he wants to stay there. And like, for the teams, best fits: Bucks, Clippers, Magic. The Bucks one, we saw that it was like Rollins. They want Rollins in that trade, and they want a first. Like, if I'm the Bucks, maybe you do that. It's just as different now with the Bucks, with Giannis being injured 4 to 6 weeks. Like, they might not even make the play-in at this point. Like, the team that is ahead of them right now is the Hawks, I think. They've just won back-to-back games. Like, they're gonna be far out of the race for the play-in once Giannis comes back, it feels like, unless they can like lock in and get some wins without him. But I mean, this could be a way to do it if you really want to, you know, try to get Giannis happy. You trade for Ja Morant. Hopefully he keeps your team a little bit afloat until Giannis comes back, and hopefully that duo works out. But I just don't really see it at this point now for the Bucks. We'll see though. Clippers, I mean, no, I don't think the Clippers should switch anything up too much at this point. They've started to win games. The Magic, that could be interesting. Their point guard play, I mean, Anthony Black's been looking better though. I mean, I don't think he played well in their last game, but he is, you know, hit a stride in his, what is it, 3rd season now? And Ja Morant doesn't really provide what they need. They need like shooting, and that is not what Ja Morant can do on court, at least. And yeah, they have Desmond Bane. That'd be funny. They trade for Ja Morant and Desmond Bane in 2 separate trades. 2 guys in Memphis, but I don't really see it happening with any of these teams. I don't really see it happening in general, unless maybe the Bucks go for it. With the Giannis injury though, it complicates things. Then we got Sabonis. Best fits: Wizards, Raptors, Warriors. I mean, yeah, definitely. I don't know about the Wizards. That'd be a weird one. The Wizards just trade for Trae Young and Domantas Sabonis at the trade deadline. They're like a buying team, even though they're one of the worst in the league. I don't think the Wizards should do it, but Sabonis, solid player, just had maybe one of his best games of the season last night. Off the bench too. He had like 24, 14, and 6 or something like that. But yeah, it makes sense for the Raptors and Warriors. Both teams lack size. They need bigs. And Sabonis is a guy who's not really a big rim protector, but he can rebound the ball, which is something that, you know, I think the Raptors and Warriors could use. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Raptors fan. I've seen all the trade. Like, there's the trade report would be Jakob Poeltl and RJ for Sabonis and Keon Ellis. I think the Raptors would probably have to attach a first or 2 in that as well. I just don't know if why would the Kings do that? I guess RJ Barrett, I mean, if they get the picks, I guess as well, that could be pretty good. But RJ Barrett is a player who's still only 25 years old, turns 26 at the end of the year, or at the end of the season, I mean, because June 14th, I think, is his birthday. So RJ Barrett could be like, you know, like, he goes there and he probably becomes one of their best players, especially if they sell DeRozan and Zach LaVine as well at this deadline. And then they get Sabonis, or Jakob Poeltl could be a solid center. Whereas the Raptors, you know, RJ Barrett, the thing about the Raptors, they've been a much better team when RJ Barrett has played for them. That's why it makes this a little scary, and a lot of Raptors fans probably wouldn't want to do it. But they've been looking good recently. Emmanuel Quickley's been looking a lot better. So then you'd have a starting lineup probably Quickley. You'd have Barnes and Ingram. You'd add Sabonis at the 5, and then your shooting guard would probably be Keon Ellis, unless you want to start Shed and Quickley. But it would probably be one of those, like either Keon or Shed starting. So yeah, could be interesting for them. The Warriors, I don't really know what their package looks like, but yeah, like I said, they need size. He could be a nice like screener for Curry, just a great passer as well. Like, it could work really well for them having those two, but I just don't know. Like, obviously they'd probably include Kuminga in that trade. Yeah, I mean, that could be interesting. Next one, Kobe White. The Bulls have a lot of guards they could trade. Best fits out, the whole league is his best fit. Mavericks, Clippers, Timberwolves, Magic, Bucks, Rockets. Just like a scorer, 18 points, 4.5 assists, great 3-point shooter. Actually, it's been well below his typical career marks, but he can do that. Defensively, he's not particularly valuable. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. If he goes to the Timberwolves, he's probably playing that point guard position along with Anthony Edwards in that backcourt. Good work. They definitely do need another guy who can handle the ball other than Anthony Edwards. So I guess Julius Randle can as well, but they need another guard in there. And Kobe White could be nice. Clippers, I mean, maybe. Why not? I mean, it depends what you're giving up, though, because you are playing really well. Mavericks, I don't really think the Mavericks need to do that at this point. I mean, they could, but, like, I don't know. Magic definitely could use a guy like Kobe White just to score, shoot the ball really well. Bucks as well. They need something. I mean, without Giannis, though, it's just, again, just complicates things. And the Rockets, yeah, they definitely do need another guy. Like, right now, it's been a lot of the load is on Kevin Durant down the stretch. Kobe White could help a little bit with that. So, you know, it's a solid option, I guess. Daniel Gafford, he says the best fits is just the Pacers. I'd probably include, like, the Raptors and the Warriors and the Celtics maybe in that as well. All those teams need bigs. They're saying a first-round pick or good prospect / player. We're gonna need to check that. They said Kobe White's just a first-round pick, matching salary and a first. That's all it is. I mean, that's low value, I feel like, for Sabonis. Prospects in a first round for Ja Morant. Okay. But yeah, just there's some teams that need a center. Like I said, Pacers could be one of them, but Celtics, Raptors, and Warriors are also options. Solid player. He hasn't ever really been a guy who's been a starting center with a lot of minutes on his plate. He's mostly been coming off the bench, or if he does start, he doesn't play too many minutes. So it could be interesting to see, you know, how well he can play in a starting spot with one of those teams. See if he gets traded. Nick Claxton, his value is a first round pick. I feel like Claxton, I don't know how they have this in order. Is this an order of like best players to trade for, or just like most likely, or I don't really know. So I feel like Claxton is a better player than Gafford. He's just shown it more in his career, how good he can be. Great defensive player, you know, can score in the paint, catch lobs, more of like a versatile defender, I'd say, as well, and has some passing. He's averaging 4.1 assists with only a 1.5 turnovers, you can see there. So that is he could be another option for those teams I said. He'll be more, I know the value says it's the same for these two players, but I think Claxton, you know, just with his still, I mean, he's a little bit younger than Gafford, and Gafford's been dealing with a lot of injuries, so I feel like that lowers his value a little bit as well. So yeah, Claxton, another really good center option. Benedict Mathurin, swap for center or second. Yeah, I feel like they have that swap for center in just because of that one trade report that was Yves Missy for him, like straight up could be a potential trade. I wouldn't hate that for the Pacers. Like, Benedict Mathurin has been good for you, but I don't know if he's shown that he needs to be there when you get Tyrese Haliburton back. Like, he's not like some crazy good player. For the Pelicans, maybe Benedict Mathurin turns into something nice for you. Just kind of, I don't know where you'd fit in with that lineup right now. I mean, you might as well play him though, because you lose every game anyways. So yeah, we'll see if he gets traded. Ayo Dosunmu, this is like one of the better players. I feel like just shoots the ball really well. Great defender, play make, just a very valuable asset. That's probably why his best fits are 7 different teams. Second round picks. No. Who was it who won? Didn't Jay Crowder go for second round picks? Like 5 of them or something. Yeah, like I would assume no is definitely worth more than second round picks, unless they're saying like 27 second round picks, but I don't think that's actually allowed. So I think you need more than second round picks for him. Definitely a good player though. Trade for Quentin Grimes, a different good player. That's an interesting trade value. It's just like, so they're saying like a swap, like swap him for another player that could maybe help the Sixers out a little bit more. And Quentin Grimes has been really good off the bench. Like, he probably has a good argument for 6th man of the year. Maybe if you do trade away Quentin Grimes, finally Jared McCain gets some more minutes, get his rhythm up. But you're winning games though right now with Quentin Grimes being that guy. So I don't know if you really would want to trade him if you're the Sixers. Other teams could use him, obviously. Some teams that need shooting, like the I don't know, Magic, Raptors, teams like that who need shooting. Those are the only teams I can think of right now. Next one, we got RJ Barrett. I don't know how far we'll go down here. RJ Barrett salary matching in a trade. Yeah, I feel like his value's gone up. I feel like he wasn't seen as a good contract when he got to the Raptors, but now he's kind of played like he's making 27 million. It's not like a crazy amount of money, giving you about 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, he's a solid player, and the Raptors are 16-7 when he plays. They might be 17-7 now because they did just win last night, unless they had updated that or something already. But he's a good player. And yeah, I mean, the salary matching thing though, I guess that is kind of his trade value, but I feel like, you know, it's a little bit higher than that. Just like, that's why it would be used in a trade to get Sabonis or something. Like, Sabonis is a very good player, so it is salary matching in that trade, but it also is a nice asset for the Kings to get or some other team. Jonathan Kuminga, trade value, a good veteran who fits the Warriors system. Who could that be? I feel like Klay Thompson would fit the Warriors system, so maybe that's the one. Best fits: Wizards, Jazz, Pelicans, Kings, Suns. I feel like his best fits are just awful basketball teams. Okay, I don't want to be that mean, but you know, the worst. Except Suns. Why are the Suns there? I don't know. Suns are just there though. And also the Jazz actually aren't that bad, but they try to lose games purposely. It's like whenever you start playing well, Lauri Markkanen plays really well. He's out because he's like an older player, you know, like Keontae's obviously playing well, but he's their future, so they're keeping him in. Nurkic gets 2 triple-doubles in a row. You're sick now, Nurkic. Get to the bench. You're not playing anymore. You're sick. Same thing happens with Lowry. It's just kind of funny. I feel like they got to get like some sort of fine for that. But yeah, Kuminga, I don't know if he'll get traded. There was that quote by Mike Dunleavy saying, if you're demanding a trade, there's got to be demand for you. And if there's not much right now. He did play well against the Raptors though in his first game back, and then well in the other game where he had like 10 points in only 9 minutes though because he got injured. I don't think his injury was like too bad, but yeah. See if a team actually wants to trade for him. Okay, let's move on. Anthony Simons, Celtics. This is just cheaper sell. Yeah, exactly. Like they're just looking to get under the luxury tax or like get under the second apron, I think, or something like that. I think that would be what it is. He's been good for them, so I don't know if they would do it, but it's not like he's like essential to the team. He obviously has gotten you some wins. He had that one big game recently where he had like 30 something, but you could probably survive without him if you're the Celtics, especially with Tatum nearing his return. We got Keon Ellis. We already talked about him in a potential trade with like the Raptors or whatever, but his trade value, 2nd round picks. I think I saw something where they'd want like a first for him maybe, even though he doesn't play, but when he does play some, like he's been a very good player. I think that's the interesting thing about Keon Ellis. He's on a bad team, but he performs well when he plays, but for some reason he doesn't get minutes on a bad team. But everyone thinks if he goes to a good team though, he could be a good player on a good team. But I mean, I agree with that because he is just a guy who can knock down the 3, play great defense. I mean, that's about it. Just a great 3-and-D guard. And I guess they call him a wing, but yeah, team. There could be a contending team that could use a guy like this, definitely. And I think the trade value is more of like a 1st round pick, but not like a valuable one. Maybe a protected lottery pick, protected one or something like that. So 2nd round picks, I don't know if it would be. I think it might be like like a protected 1st or something would be his value more. Jeremy Sochan, interesting one. He hasn't really been in the rotation for the Spurs this year after playing the point guard. Like, I don't think that was last year. The year before that, he was in the rotation last year, but with all the, you know, rookies additions and everything, he just hasn't really been in the rotation this year. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they just dealt him for maybe some seconds. Could happen. I don't know. We'll see. Kristaps Porzingis. I just don't really know what's going on with him. He seems to have like this sickness, which I didn't know what it was, but then I saw when the Raptors were playing them, they like described it. It didn't sound very good. It was like when he stood up, when he was standing, his like heart rate goes, you know, abnormally high, which just does not sound like a good illness to have. So I just don't know if you'd want to trade for him if you're another team, but I don't know if he still has that. I don't really know what it is. Like if it's an illness that goes away, maybe it has gone away. I don't know. Well, he's playing though. Yeah, because of an illness and injury, he's missed 17 games. He's only been able to play in 17 games. So yeah, I don't know if he's very valuable. That's probably why they have him so low down here, even though we know how good of a player he is when he is healthy. Malik Monk, just a great player. He hasn't been in the rotation a lot this year for some reason, but when he has played, he's been amazing. Definitely, yeah, like teams like this could just use a shot creator like him. Value salary matching, yeah, probably you might have to attach a pick or something, at least some seconds. Jarace Walker, or like a young player or something. Jarace Walker, trade value, it's a lot of 2nd round picks down here. Walker has just been not very good for the Pacers this year. not shooting the ball well. Maybe a young team takes a chance on him. I mean, here they have the Clippers, Bucks, Magic, and Pistons, which aren't really young teams, but I feel like I'd rather him go to a younger team that could just, you know, let him rock out, see what he can do. But for now, he is on the Pacers, which he kind of can rock out, but he's not been doing it well. But, you know, if he goes to another team, maybe he'll be more confident that he can stay at that spot. Because with Indiana, I feel like he knows, like, once Tyrese Haliburton comes back, they're going to be trying to win again, and he might not get as many minutes. Vucevic, best fit Warriors, makes sense. Yeah, he's expiring, I think. So yeah, 2026 expiration. So just an expiring contract. Could be valuable for some teams if they want that. Jose Alvarado, definitely, yeah, like Knicks, Magic, Clippers, Timberwolves, Rockets, just a team that needs a guard. A scrappy defensive guard. And Jose, I don't know how much longer we should go here. Colin Sexton, another guy, kind of like a Malik Monk, just scores pretty efficiently. Bobby Portis could be a solid big for some teams, probably a backup. Raptors, Warriors, Kings, Bulls, I guess, yeah, those two teams need centers. The Kings, I don't know why they would really do this unless it was for something, I don't know. Maybe this is like with the Zach LaVine trade or something. Send Zach LaVine to the Bucks, you get back Portis and maybe something else, I don't know. And then the Bulls get Bobby Portis back, because why not? Probably for some other expiring money, I don't know. Sam Hauser, I just don't know if the Celtics would want to trade him. Just a great shooter for them. John Collins, let's just skim through these now. John Collins, maybe some team wants him. He hasn't been amazing this year, but Robert Williams, I don't know if anyone wants to trade for him. He may be like the most injury prone guy in the league right now. DeMar DeRozan, good player. It's just like his fit is weird for a lot of teams. It's not like he's a great defender. It's not like he can shoot the three, which are two things that you really want. He can just score in that mid-range and get to the line, which could help some teams, but I just don't know. That's really a very valuable asset right now. Nurkic, he's been playing well as of late. I was talking about how since he's been playing well, though, he's now suddenly sick. So, yeah, maybe a team wants him. He was definitely not a valuable player when the Jazz got him, but he's looking better here and gotten his value up. Isaiah Jackson, just a center for some team. I just don't know if he's very valuable. Kevin Huerter, shooter, maybe someone wants him. Dalton Connect, I don't know if anyone wants him. Cam Thomas, maybe a team like a Timberwolves or a Magic could use a score like this. They're saying Nuggets, Trailblazers, and Bulls. Sure, but I don't care. Marvin Bagley, Andre Drummond, the center for something. Okay, yeah, I think we're kind of done here. Who's the bottom one? Chris Paul. Yeah, get Chris Paul, free him, send him to the Lakers or something. Just let him stay in the same state, but actually, you know, let him be on the bench and be a part of the team. Because it's kind of sad seeing the greatest point guard of all time, not the greatest point guard of all time. Like when you think point guard, though, you think about a player like Chris Paul, just passer, pass first, and defend, just a hard-nosed player. Obviously not like that anymore, really. In terms of like just his skill now, because he's just gotten so much older and is kind of, you know, a player that probably should be out of the league technically. But since of, you know, his leadership, I feel like a team could use that leadership. I don't know if it is the Lakers because they do have LeBron, but that is a team that, you know, he could go to, because why not? Maybe get in a little bit, play some LeBron, Chris Paul duo. If they're both in their primes, that would work pretty well, but they sadly are not. But yeah, that's all for this one. Just wanted to, you know, give a little talk about what I think about what the trades, you know, the best players available. But you never know what's going to happen. Last year, I don't think a lot was happening coming up to their trade deadline. And you know what happened after that? We saw Anthony Davis traded for Luka Doncic. We saw Jimmy Butler traded to the... that one we actually knew was coming, but we did see Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. We saw, like, Brandon Ingram. That was kind of random, going to the Raptors. We saw De'Aaron Fox. That one was kind of... we knew was coming as well, but whatever. He went to the Spurs. There's probably some other... I mean, there definitely were other trades, but I don't know if those were probably the four biggest, though. So yeah, anything could happen. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we get some cool trades. But yeah, I'm excited. I feel like this is one of the, you know, most exciting times of the NBA season, because anything could happen at any point. Trade could just happen randomly at 10 p.m. at night, and it could say Luka Doncic is headed to the Lakers. and then everyone in the world could think that Sean Sterani has just been hacked, like for sure, but then realize that he tweets again saying it is confirmed, and then everyone you know, praying for the Mavericks fans and, you know, everyone wanting to kill Nico Harrison. But yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Well, no, actually, let me say, no one actually wants to kill Nico Harrison. I was joking about that part. I was just, you know, I mean, some people definitely do, but like, not actually though, just in GTA. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want more videos like this instead of 2K videos. Maybe just some like talking videos. Just get down, look at some, you know, articles talking about something. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.